You have to understand, you knew that all this was waiting for you. So you chose to come here, and you chose to bring your special gift and talent to basically release the planet of what was left here. Yes, there is dirt and scum and lower vibrations here, but we do not have to allow that to have adverse effect upon us. Okay, and that's the reason why I'm here to basically teach this. So we don't have to die, we don't have to age, we don't have to have diseases, we don't have to be in poverty. None of these things have to exist, but they cannot be removed from your life until you give up the need to believe that they must exist in your life.
That's true.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's not, so whatever someone else is doing, you do not have to take that upon yourself.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, sometimes you don't, it's like a lot of times you don't realize it until you step back and, you question it.
No, the only thing is that you don't ask for truth. When you don't ask for truth, then you take on and will amplify whatever's in your environment. And that was the only difference that allowed me to heal myself of cancer versus all the millions that don't.
But but a lot of times you gotta, you really gotta seek the truth because it's not,
No, all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask.
See, brother, we've been given all the equipment. We're going to go into a thing called rules of being human.
Mm-hmm.
I think what Dr. Jewell is trying to say to you, beloved, is that you have all the equipment that you need.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But what we constantly are trying to do is to go into automatic. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It should be right there. Why should I have to struggle for this? If this is my birthright, if this is my heritage, why do I have to look for it? But as Dr. Jewell said, you picked this time.
And you came with your own lessons to learn because you didn't want to deal with it before. That's what the whole issue is. It's like if you failed a first grade and you don't know your ABCs, it's ridiculous to take you to college. Mm-hmm. So it's not until you surrender and wanted to know and learn your ABCs can we promote you on. And that is what happens when we're resistant to wanting to see what the experience offers us as mastery.
Yeah. But that's still a mindset, though.
Of course. You got it. Yay, that's it. It is a mindset. That's right.
And I understand it's a mindset. I'm just saying in this society it's deceitful. And they don't necessarily, like what you're talking about, you can't just get this, this information just anywhere. You have to go on the path and search it. I mean, I've heard a lot of it, but I'm just saying that there's two realities. I'm saying like there's the illusion and there's the truth. And most of the time what's put up is the illusion. You see what I'm saying? And the truth is over here. It's always taking something and just misleading the masses of people, until you're willing, to really get in tune to, what the truth is. That's what I'm saying.
Keyword, will. Your participation in your own purpose in life, which comes from your mind, your decision that you are going to get involved in creating the life that you want instead of accepting what they're giving you. Because if you... I
don't accept it.
No, I'm saying instead of... Obviously, you're here.
Right.
So there's some will involved in you being here.
No, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. I'm just making a point.
All right.
I agree with what you're saying, but I don't accept it anyway.
Okay. So don't even make it a reality. I would even suggest don't even make it a reality.
Oh, yeah.
No one did anything to you. Everybody's on their purpose. A certain race is on their purpose. We've got to be about ours. We're here to get our people on their purpose, to inspire those of our community to be on that purpose, and then we can collectively go globally and inspire humanity.
Right.
Because that's our job.
Right.
So I just ask you not to look at any situation where you immediately want to give up your power. That is very important. So whatever it might be, the energy field, whether it be a person or whether it be a bill, etc., that seems to be offering resistance. Remember what we talked about earlier today. That is that what you need to do is look at what is the frequency that is being reflected to you and ask yourself what you need to do to turn into that frequency so that you can move into that and through it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't ever want to give up your power as though you can't change.
Right.
That somebody has put something on you. That's very, very important.
Right.
Okay, and we have many, many people that are doing that.
out of what belief system is your teaching coming from?
Universal truth. Okay. You find it in most religions. It's just the universal truth. You find it in most religions. You know, you find it in those people who are interested in taking control over themselves. They have all kinds of names that they want to put on it, but there is a truth of the universe. It's not coined in anything. I beg your pardon? Okay, that basically, from my teachings, is one of the 49 sacred names for the Creator. Okay, so there's 48 other different names you can use. That's the one that basically vibrates with me right now because of the energy that those words carry. Okay. Any more questions? Yes.
Okay. One of the things that was mentioned. Oh, sister.
I know that a lot of times we often get stuck in words in our understanding of how things. Wisdom is gravitated because we get stuck in little words. So my question to you is that when you say purpose, okay, you say once you get to your purpose, and that makes me think of once you get to a particular goal or a way, does that mean that you stop at that purpose? Because I think that once you find out what your purpose is and you build on that, you know what I'm saying? But at one point I felt as though you were saying when you get to this purpose, when you find this purpose, it's like it's a certain level that you come to and then you stop there. But do you think that once you get to this purpose, do you feel as though when you get to this purpose that you build on that? That's my question.
Okay. Purpose is no.
You got to speak directly into it.
Purpose. Okay. I'm having problems with mine. Okay. Yeah, purpose is a frequency of energy, and it's your natural frequency of being in this space and time. So whether you're a healer or whether you're an artist, whether you're a singer, a dancer, whether you're a welder, etc., it is the activity that you do all of the time that causes you no resistance, brings you joy, happiness, and peace. And the more that you do that, etc., and become more agile at doing that, depending upon your willingness to support the universe, other frequencies can be released within you for you to also move on to do certain things. Some people just do what they are created to do and nothing more than that. Others start out at one frequency and then actually become fine-tuned to another. Okay, and I'm a good example of that. Okay, I started out as a surgeon and now we're actually working as a metaphysician. No, this is something that you've agreed to do for as long as you're in this dimension. But your willingness to serve the universe will determine whether that actually has a larger range of activity for you. And I'll say this very clearly, that after I healed myself of cancer, the only reason why I told you that I was interested in living was to restore my body to the state that it was when it was given to me. And in my willingness to heal myself, there were other revelations that were given to me that my only reason for being here was to continue to share with others the information that had been given to me as to how one could spontaneously heal themselves. So therefore, that meant that now my purpose also went into a different vibration, because I asked that I be used to do something different, and the energies were given. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, I could have just went on and continued to see patients in my office. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it's also your willingness to give to the universe more of yourself. Because you understand what I'm saying? The more you give to the universe, the more you are only giving to yourself. But you determine that. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. Listen. So why don't you read them the rules?
Okay. Let me just